What's up and welcome back to Nighttime Builder. Good morning. How you doing? It's early. It's dark outside. That's how we like to start it. We're back with the 55. She a little dusty, but she ain't crusty, so she's better than she once was. Seen the last couple videos. One of them we did was working on the engine, getting it put together, getting her painted up. Yes, I had the valve covers off. Finally got some studs for the rockers that would fit and work and all that good stuff. Got them in yesterday, installed. Now my factory valve covers won't fit. Rockers are too big, studs stick up too far, bolts on the studs, or nuts on the studs too big, no clearance, So your boy's gonna have to get some aftermarket ones, unfortunately. So I guess those get to turn into like wall art, everything else that don't work around here. Well, this video, I've got a lot of parts that I've acquired over a little bit of time now that need to be installed. I'm getting tired of them taking up room on the shelf. My girl over here needs a little bit of attention. We got hood emblems on the front, hood emblems on the side of the hood. We got step plates. I don't know if we're going to use them or not. We're going to look and see. I just don't know if that's the look I want to go with or if I wasted my money. Finally, got some dadgum tailgate latches and chains. Got some tail light brackets, some tail lights, got some door mirrors. Got the cardboard insert for the glove compartment. Got some front turn signals. Got some door latches. Got some hood hinges. I'll have to have some help with that one because, I ain't trying to scratch her up. And, throw a roll pan back on. Is it exciting? Not really. But, things got to get done. And this is a step. Oh, yeah, I also need to find them headlight buckets, clean them up, paint them, install them. So, I guess let's get started, see what we can get started working on here. Well, of course, for some reason, these didn't come with washers and a nut, so I had to go scrounge through my junk to find a couple that fit. So, here's the zip tie that is holding it in. After I cut it, this part right here is going to go right through this hole. See, it's square. See this square right there on the back? It's going to go all the way in, tighten her down, and then that'll latch around and hook. I believe it hooks in the side of it there. See where and then a little hooky here come up and hooks in the hole. Let me get this one started and then I'll show you. All right, so here we are. Got to shove through there. Remember that had the square back here. Went through the square hole, holds her in. Got her tightened down. She flips around. I was a little bit wrong because it flips around on the opposite side of that and hooks in right there. Flips her down. That's why she has the little rubber piece there so it don't scratch up your tailgate. And then she's latched pretty tight. Then you come over here and hook her in. So, now time to throw that one in. And that'll be a lot better. Let's cut her daggum zip. I don't know if I can do this one hand or not. Hey, there we go. Look at there. She finally got some latches on her. Boy, that mug is secure right there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so glad it had the rubber on there. And at first I was wondering what the crap that was for. All right, so since we're at the back, let's see. Yeah, they're little simple tail light brackets. We might need to make sure these will actually fit our tail lights. Oh, yeah. Can hold about something like that. Yeah, let's throw them on there. All right, so I believe, let's see, is these one up or is it these two? I believe it's them two. Right there. Do they hold them up or hold them down? That's a question. I think it holds it down, but I'm not exactly sure. So it's the same bolts as our tail light or our tailgate hinges. So the other two do not match up. Down or up? I guess we'll need to figure that out. All right, so I ended up doing the brackets where they kind of went downward just a little bit. Oh, I kind of like it. It hangs about even with the bottom of the side there, which I will have my roll pan back here. But I think those look pretty cool. I didn't really want them sticking up. I like the look that they are going down there. Latches are done, brackets, tail lights are hanging. Next, I'll probably go ahead and do the roll pan. It's only like 5 or 6 bolts across the top there. But at some point, I have to figure out exactly how I'm gonna tie this part right here to the back side of the rear fender there. Sorry, I'm sniffling. I just went through a daggum sneezing fit. But, yeah, other than the 5 or 6 across the top there that holds the roll pan on, I do have to figure out something to tie the 2 flaps to the back of the fender there. All right, see what you got her along across there. So I'm saying she comes up, but there's, you know, there's play there. So I think, not right now, but I think I'm gonna eventually drill a hole through the plate here, this plate, and through the back side of the fender lip there, just so I can do a little small nut and bolt just to bring them together for security. But the biggest thing looks a lot better with that roll pan back on. Tail lights and brackets hanging. You know, no zip ties for latches anymore. So, unfortunately, that's probably it for this morning. Like I said, it's early, but I didn't get started until later. But, so I'll come back out here later after lunch and laying the kids down and probably start throwing in the door latches and maybe the door latches, maybe the turn signals up front. What is this? Oh, empty box for taillights. And I may get my wife to help me set the hood off. That way I can throw my hinges on. And then do right there's our side. Ooh, right there. That's what this one here is. And that goes on the very front. That one right there goes on the steps, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to use them or not. And also there's our mirrors. It slides in our hole there. I mean, they look good. They're nice looking plates, but I just don't know. I'll have to drill holes. It'll do something like, probably something like that right there. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. At this point, y'all jump down there in the comments and let me know if you would put these plates on or not. Because I kind of just went crazy when I was at that truck show and I found them and I was like, oh man, those look good. Yeah, we'll get them. Da, 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 da. But after looking at it and everything and looking at some others that have them, I totally get it for like, if you're going for an old, like the old school look, keep it more original type deal, but it's not gonna look original, so I'm not so sure that I want to put those plates on there. It's kind of an eye catcher in the middle of all this green and dark gray, you know, so I just don't know. I'm kind of leaning away from it. I might turn those into wall art too. Who knows? Who knows? You never know around here. I mean, you just never know. So. All right, got my wife to help take the hood off. Now I'm gonna see how these new emblems go. That just slides right in, don't it? Oh, except for that one. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right, so I guess these little things go on the back side of just the studs themselves. And I got washers and whatever that little weird thing is to go on the two have threads right there. Well, y'all, this right here is how she looks like, or what she looks like. But you know, make sure you don't tighten them down too hard, or well, you might possibly break one. So, you know, brand new emblem, looks good, made well, quality product. I just broke it. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't feel like I was really tightening down that hard. We'll try to be easier on the other side, okay? All right, even with a broke bolt, she looks fine. You know, just don't be messing with it. Oh, yeah. Now, I guess we can see how that is gonna look. All right, so I did go ahead and get this little backer piece. It's rubber. Then, see if I can do this one-handed. You know, it just goes through. It's kind of like a gasket in a way for the emblem, basically to hopefully not completely destroy the front of the hood, I guess. Try to make sure it's worked around there evenly. All right, I'm about to use two hands, but I pretty much got it. Just that little top piece right there is not really fitting the best doing one-handed, so let me get that and get these nuts started. All right, so a little something like that. Now the hood just don't look so blank, I guess. Say a little bit better. I guess I need to see how the mirrors bolt up. They'll slide right in there. And then, man, I hope those come with screws. All right, so you slide her in that hole there. It only comes with 2 bolts and 2 washers, which had me scared because there's a whole lot of holes in that daggum thing. If I can get the washer out. Well, you know. But then, after you slide her through, there's only 2 holes there. So you just get her to where she lines up with both of them. Somewhere close to that. Right there, I think, is probably the one. And then tighten them in. Then, you know, just like that. You loosen this right here, you can swing it down to get the look that you're wanting. And all that. Obviously, she swivels for adjustment. Heck yeah. Now let's sling that other one on. Where's that thing at? Look, and just like that, she can see behind her now. She's got a few emblems on. Got some new mirrors on. Got some tailgate latches on and chains. Roll pans back on and tail lights are on. What to do, what to do. I guess we could look at these hood hinges. I bet I threw away all the hardware. Uh-oh. Do those come with nuts for those? Why would they not come with the nuts that fit on there, dude? Man, I hope I have some. All right. We got the mirrors mounted. I was going to, do them hood hinges that I bought brand new from the F100 Super Nationals this past September. Go to start putting them on and realize I have 2 passenger sides. That's no bueno. So I'm going to have to figure out something on that. It won't be this video. That's just lovely. I had thought about doing one of them front tilt hoods anyways. Would this be a reason or a hint to tell me to go ahead and do that? Because, I don't know. I'm just wondering, So, we're moving on. These are my new parking lots and assemblies because the others was completely rusted. It was terrible. Terrible. I have them setting up here, but I'm going to have to loosen up my grill and let it adjust up a little bit. That way I can get these all the way in and actually get the screws in. And if I can get these in place, the way they're supposed to be, then I need to go back through here and some of my body panels, I need to tighten up my screws because everything's pretty much just pieced together right now, like barely. But I need to go through and tighten up a lot of my bolts and stuff and bring these body panels all the way together. All right, y'all. As usual, things ain't been going as planned, okay? Don't make no plans. God'll laugh at you, okay? And, I don't know how good or how often you buy aftermarket parts, but stuff ain't always what they should be. You know what I'm saying? Look at her though. I got her in, by George. I had to take the grill completely out. I took care of them gaps and them between the front valence there. I tightened all the front end parts up and everything. She's looking a lot better. But I had to take the grill out to be able to get them parking lots where they need to be. And well, the mountain holes didn't line up to nothing. See that smooth valence there, that's aftermarket. See them lights there, them's aftermarket. They ain't made by the same people. So, I got one screw in, and it was way off. So then after looking at it, I took that screw back out, held it up there. Them holes wasn't nowhere close to each other. So I got her where I thought she should be, and I threw some self-tappers in it. If you don't like it, don't look, but guess what? You can't see it anyways. You'd have to pull the whole grill, headlights, and everything out of it just to see my self-tappers, so it'll be all right. It's mine, not yours. I did it, and I don't even like it, but they're in. So there's that. Yeah, there's that. So, since those are in, I guess I can take a wire wheel to them headlight buckets, try to clean them up some, and maybe spritz a little paint on them to hopefully help keep them from looking like they look now again. So let's see if we can do that. That's probably going to be the last thing on today's agenda because that right there took way too dadgum long. Sorry, I'm a little irritated, as you can see. I hope y'all having a good day. Dadgummit. All right, so here's what we're looking at. They're a little rough and crusty, but, you know, we're going to clean them up best I can and use them, okay? I don't know if you bought 55 Ford parts lately, but some of them's hard to find. And if they ain't hard to find, they're expensive as crap. And a lot of times, they're hard to find and expensive as crap, so. This is what we got going on. So I'm just gonna take a wire wheel and hit them the best I can. Well, probably not even the best I can, but we're gonna do what I can. It ain't gonna look amazing when I get done. But, you know, whatever. Alrighty, well, I did a few coats on these. They look a whole lot better than they did anyways. So, I just had to go through my random screw and bolt jar here, or box here. Grab some that fit. They all different kinds, you know. We just mix her up over here. If it fits, it ships. So, I guess let's see if we can put this thing up in here. Go, got them installed. I may have to get a little bit bigger screws. I feel like a couple of them, you know, went through my random screw drawer there. But, let's see. I've got to tinker with this. We got a winter storm coming. Where's my dad? Hey, you walked right past him. But, now these are my door latches to go, obviously, on the doors. Right there. So, I need to get them put on. If I can get them installed, this video is probably going to be done with because I ain't got nothing else. Well, nothing else that I can do because, like I said, I got sold 2 passenger side hood hinges. So, I need to decide if I just want to bite the bullet and buy a driver's side to go along with my 2 passenger sides, or do I want to throw an audible and do the front tilt and hood? What do you think? What do we do? I need some input. If you've got a 55 or similar and have a front tilt hood kit, let me know what you think about it, because I need to make up my dadgum mind. So, but for now, I need to mess with this dadgum generator. It ain't been sitting that awful long, but when I turn the dadgum gas on, it leaks. So, I think I got a float stuck or something like that. I hate to pull it apart though, because I don't have a gasket kit for it. So, we might just have to rig it up if that's what the case is. So, it'd be real nice if I could finish this and get them door latches on. You know what I'm saying? So, let me tinker with this. We'll see y'all when I get to that. All right, y'all, what's up? Well, I didn't have no luck working on that generator yesterday. Well, I didn't have no luck with the carburetor, I'll put it that way. I tore that thing apart and cleaned it out. It was a little dirty. I cleaned it out and everything, but she's still leaking. I think I'm going to have to try to find me a gasket kit or something for it. But luckily, it is a tri-fuel generator, so y'all shaking a little bit. I need a better tripod, okay? One that comes from up top and spreads instead of just down at the bottom, because this thing gets a little wobbly sometimes. But want to find me a gasket kit or something for it. I didn't have no luck last night when I was looking, but luckily, like I said, it is a tri-fuel. So I did have some half-empty propane tanks. I tested it out. I did get her fired up on propane, so we'll be good for the winter mess, hopefully. And also, I had some extra tanks, and they was empty and old as Moses. But I was able to go and swap a couple of them out for a couple full ones. So then I got like 2 and a partial, where it'll be good to make it through. Unfortunately, I go back on nights tonight, so I got everything set up for my wife though. Showed her how to fire her up and all that stuff. Worst case scenario, she can call me. Really hoping power don't go out during all this mess though, so you know. But we're gonna try to throw these in. This is our latches for doors. I do not have the rods and all that other mess. A lot of that stuff is a lot harder to find. It sucks, man. It sucks. But I'll have to find all that mess. They got her lubed up with that, I think it's lithium grease, the white grease. But there's only four screws. I'm only showing 3 holes, so they might give you an extra one. That's pretty nice right there. I gotta get my Phillips head. Try not to get that grease all over my daggum seat in there. I just got done messing with the lawnmower. I know it's wintertime, you shouldn't be on a lawnmower, there ain't no need in it. But your boy forgets to put stabilizer in his fuel. So every now and then I gotta go out and let it run for a few minutes, you know. And I also used it to move a couple old Ford bunk sides around the yard. And my scrap trailer, because, well, I had it looking a little rough there. So I moved some stuff around. Should look a little bit better now. All right. Come on down here with me, okay? So make sure my here, and here. Go up the inside here. Stick her through. Oh yeah. Get that started. Come on now. Fat fingers and little screws don't always go together all that well for me. Maybe I should have made sure these screws fit before I stuck her in. Oh, that didn't start it. There we go. Alright. At least that'll hold it in there for a second while I grab the others. It comes with these little washers too. I forgot what them washers are called. Little stars wanna be or something. Oh, right up there. Trying not to get my big head in the way. It happens sometimes, you know. That'll happen on them big jobs, you know. Oh, there's where the other one goes. I forgot about the one on the inside of the door there. I got you. They didn't give me extras then. I'm just a big dummy and didn't think about that one. Sorry, I got some Hardy stuck in my head. Just fall all the way over there across the daggone floor from me, why don't you? I've been going live on the TT for a couple weeks now. I got a couple regulars that come in there, and one of them, and I play music during the live, and well, you know, on my Alexa, that is. But I got one guy, I think he's addicted to Hardy, to be honest with you. That's what he always recommends. And then it kind of got stuck in my head, so I've been singing the daggone song constantly here lately. And that screw is not wanting to cooperate. Ouch. Y'all, this shouldn't be as hard as I'm making it look here, you know. All right, I got that one started. Now, let's see if we can get this other started finally. My little washer go? Right there. I really hate the ordeal with the daggum hinges on the hood. I was really wanting to get that hood mounted, just so it's not sitting on the stand in the middle of the daggum shop where I might bump it or something. Because after this, I'm gonna be starting on wiring the bump side over there. And well, I just loosen them up a little bit so I can get some movement. Alright, maybe that'll help me. Oh crap. I can't hold on to nothing today, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. Oh, I thought I had it started. Dadgum it. Dadgum you. Y'all ever have problems with like the most simple crap? It ticks me off. Come on, did I get it? Yep, I think so. Finally. Finally! Also, I'm on the lookout for my windows and stuff for the truck. After seeing prices of them, your boy might have to work some overtime, you know what I'm saying? Because parts for this mug ain't cheap. Also, I'm going, I don't know if I've told you, but obviously these trucks had vent windows originally. And I'm not planning on doing vent windows. I'm gonna do a vent window delete. So it's gonna be one glass and all that. Because when I was tearing these doors apart and I had to do them patches and everything, you know, I had to take everything out of it. The vent window stuff in these doors was completely trashed, covered in rust like crazy. And I started looking at prices to replace all that, and well, you know, sometimes the choices you make depends on the price of the parts. So, all right. Heck yeah. Well, that one's installed. Let's jump over to the other side. Now, one problem I do have, I don't have the indoor strikers there. I think there's one on the other side, but if I remember correctly, this side had like a piece of leather or something that I'm not, or rubber. Yeah, rubber. A big old thick piece of rubber like screwed there, and I don't understand why. But let's go put the other one on. There that is. Very simple. You know, as long as you can get them started. And like I said, this side actually has the inner door latch there. But these doors need to be adjusted, so that's about as far as I've been shutting them anyways. So, you know, all that stuff. Y'all, I'm sorry, but this is it for this video. I just had a bunch of boxes of parts sitting around that really needed to be put on and taken off the shelf, you know. So what did we get? We got our mirrors installed, tail light brackets and tail lights are hung. We got, very important, we got our daggum tailgate chains and latches on. So she ain't being held up with zip ties no more. And also got our new blinkers and blinker assemblies and our headlight buckets. You know, we had to clean them up a good bit, you know what I'm saying? But I have one ring I call it the beauty ring, but I reckon it's called the bezel. I have one bezel. The truck did not have both. So I'll probably end up, I will end up having to get new bezels. And I think most of the time they come in a pair anyways. At least then they'll be like the same condition. But I may leave them in chrome because my turn signal housing are chrome. The mirrors are chrome. Tailgate latches are chrome. I mean, they'll tie together. I really don't want to pull them back off and scuff them and paint them and all this other mess. And then I'd have to paint that. Then I wouldn't like the mirrors being chrome, so I'd have to paint them. Plus, we got new emblems on the hood. I forgot about that. You know, they have some chrome on, so it'll help tie it all together. I'll say that now. Watch me get bezels and then want to paint them. But anyways, if you stuck around for this boring dadgum video, I much appreciate you. If you don't follow me on the TT, which be the tick, the old clock over there, follow me over there. We go live over there and everything, hang out in the shop, talk about stuff and all that. And, they get on me pretty hard. So why shouldn't you come hang out and pick on me too, I guess? So, that's it for this one. I really hate that hood not being on there. But, I guess after this, I got to scoot this thing back over. Next video will most likely be starting to wire up the old 72 over there. Well, first we got to rip old wires out. Really appreciate y'all. Hope you hung around. Hey, hit me a comment down there if you hung around this far. We'll catch y'all next time on the 72.